Jeffrey Henderson, and I'm the CEO of East Brandon University. So I'm going to welcome you today. We have a fourth panelist that's going to come up and just say who she is and who she represents. Keisha, you can come up. Kira, you can come up. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Kira. I'm 21. I'm a college student. I attend Middle Georgia College. And I'm here to speak on behalf of the college students with the youth. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. How many of you realize that there's actually challenges that youth have? Anybody realize there's challenges that youth have? Would they raise your hand? Anybody? Okay. We're going to try to bring some solutions. So the next question, you guys talked about the number of challenges that are happening with youth. But what are some of the solutions? So you're giving me 3 solutions that you think can solve some of the problems that youth are having today. Okay, one solution.
Okay, that question was dealing with what we just said about the challenge. What is one of the solutions that we would offer up to maybe solve that problem? I think one of the problems is we have to have more leadership amongst our parents. The parents, if we let our young folks go astray, a child is going to think like a child. We need more direction. So therefore, if mom and dad are working or mom and dad aren't around, we got to find aunt, uncle, grandpa, we got to find somebody who's going to help these kids grow up to be productive citizens, because the world is changing and their competition is not across the seas or across the sea. Their competition is across the water in India, in Asia. So it's a whole new game now. What's the solution? We got to get more involvement with these young folks. Seminars like they're having today, so we can come out and talk, represent. Everybody's got their booth set up, bringing the education. We need these type of forums and formats so that we can address the situation and address it every day, because it's not going to be a quick fix.
All right, thank you.
Based on what he was saying, that, for example, a lot of youth, we do need people to look up to, you know, so we can have a great role model and someone, you know, that we can look up to and basically know that, you know, that people who's basically that, okay, basically that we need someone to look up to. Reason why, because I'm a college student, and I know like my freshman year, I was going in, I know I need to study, I need to do this, but a lot of kids are being peer pressure into doing things, and a lot of people, you know, need role models so they can say, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that. So people need role models just to look up to, and just to give back to the youth, because a lot of kids look up to a lot of people, and they feel like, okay, we need somebody who's going to be put in our life to just help us out.
I think a solution would be to have support groups, and you know, people need people to talk to, so that they won't feel like they're pressured into doing stuff and that they're the only one that feels that way, and that the only way to fit in is to do certain things. So I feel like if you had counselors at school that you could talk to, or you make more hotlines out there, because not many people know about the hotlines that they have to help them to solve their problems and have somebody to talk to. And some people just need somebody to be there for them, and that makes a whole lot of a difference.
Well, speaking on everything that the panel just said is all good and straightforward, but most of all is that we got to quit walking in destruction footsteps. We're just making a destruction community. I look up to God, and that's what we need to look up to, God. We need to find our home in God. That's where we need to be. We cannot do this alone. Parents can't do it alone. The police can't do it alone. The community can't. We got to have God at the forefront of our whole head, not the tail, but the head, in order for us to complete our structure of life. Because without God, we have nothing in common. We can have friends die fast, but if you have God, He lives forever eternal inside the heart. That's why I say the solution to anything and everything that's going on with ourselves, our community, our family, our loved ones, even our peers. We get peer pressure from school. We get peer pressure from home. So to answer everybody's question, and the answer to this is we got to first put God first and foremost. Thank you.
thank our panelists. One thing that we One of the things that we're here today, we're talking about the street summit, so we want to bring the questions to you before we move on with our questions. So I'm going to come out to the audience and allow you to ask the panelists a question. Is that all right? So let me just start coming on down here. I see we have a mom here. Let's see if you have a question that you like to ask our panelists.
As a parent of 3 child college students, I would like to know, what can you, as you two are in college right now, what do you encounter in school that you feel that should be addressed, that everyone should know about as a college student? As yourself being in college, what can you bring to the public that you're encountering in school right now, being in college, that the parents are not aware of what's going on in school?
So the question is basically, I think all the panelists can answer this question. You know, when you look at whether you're in high school, you're looking at college, or you already graduated from college, what can you bring to the table? What things that these young people should be aware of that parents may not be aware of, or youth may not be aware of, that they should be aware of? Okay?
I can basically tell that person to be focused and study and find that study partner, because like I said, my freshman year, I went in my mindset, I was like, okay, I have to study, I have to do this, but basically be focused. Always be focused, and when the teacher gives you an assignment, let's do Monday, you need to be studying that assignment Monday, because you never know, you may have a pop quiz Tuesday or Wednesday, but you always get to stay on top of your games, because when you're in college, they're not going to tell you to read this book, they're not going to tell you you need to go home and you need to study this. When you come to classes, you really better know it. And you also need to buy books, because you can't just go in and say, oh, I don't need a book, oh, I'm good. You need to always take notes and have a book and just be focused and keep God first, and everything will fall in place.
As a high school student, I can tell you that you need to keep your school first. Like, I know when you first get into high school, you feel like maybe you can slack off freshman year, or that you don't need to put your best effort into freshman year, that you can make up the 3 year, 10th, 11th, and 12th, but you can't. Freshman year and sophomore year is the easiest year of high school. Your junior year is going to be the hardest, because you have testing, ACT, SAT, graduation tests, EOCTs, and then you're preparing for your senior year. So I can say that you need to focus on your academics and then extracurricular. Right now, I'm not really filling out applications because I'm going to school on a track scholarship, but I know from my friends, they need to be in clubs, and they need to do sports and do activities like this and speak at, places, so they can put it on their resume and on their applications for college, because that's what colleges look at. And so my main thing is focus on your school, and as an 8th grader or a 9th grader, 10th grader, start preparing for college now, because you don't want to wait till the last minute, because you're going to be up all night trying to fill out applications. Then you're trying to cram everything into your senior year, trying to do extracurricular. And I don't know if they have it in this county, but I know in DeKalb County, you can do dual enrollment, and that's what I'm doing. So I take college classes and high school classes, and colleges look at that, and that's a good thing to put in your application.
I've been out of college probably 15 years now. But I work on college campuses every day. I think what parents can get from it is being involved with their student. Understand what your child is facing, understand who they are, talk to your student, find out what it is, and that starts even before college. In certain schools, I see parents who are involved with the PTA, they're involved with field trips, they're involved. Listen, anything that child has going on, that parent is involved. There's no surprises. And when there's no surprises, that means you can address problems that could potentially arise later. So I say get to know your child. If that child's starting to drift, if that child's starting to act different behaviorally, starting to show different characteristics, starting to hang with different crews or different groups of people. Find out what's going on so that you can step in and intervene before they get on the wrong path. Because there's a lot of things I can help you with, or the parent can help a child with, before they commit the act. But once it's done, even a parent, a lawyer, and some of the strongest judges in the world can't get that child out of that trouble.
Well, I'm a 20-year in the field of college. So what we have to do as parents, we have to be receptive to our child. And as a child, you have to be open, be able to speak with your parents about anything that's going on that you find is hurting you, hemming you up, or stopping you from learning, or stopping you from proceeding in life. And as a parent, we don't always have a solution. So don't think that we as parents always have a solution for you, but if a parent is more concerned about your education and whether it's your health and welfare, they're going to find that solution for that problem. So don't never be afraid to address anything that comes in your school habitat, in your friends' habitat, or just being outdoors as a peer. Bring it to your mother, your father, and give them an opportunity to work it out. Because we have to learn how to speak to the parents, and the parents got to know how to speak back to the child, so we have an open communication. And therefore, we won't have no failure with communication. When one rebels, the other rebels. So we got to learn how to keep an even keel across the table when something's bothering us and speaking to our parents. Because as a kid, we do hold a lot of hostage inside. And when you hold a lot of hostage inside, it don't do good for nobody in the house. Everybody on the off keel. So my way is saying that if you're in school, you're learning, stay as a participant in school, don't drift with your friends, don't drift with your peers, and don't be talking when the teacher's talking. So therefore, when you go home, if you don't understand your subject, you can speak with your parents about it, and maybe your parents can help you out on your subject.
Thank you, Pastor. Here's the deal. One of the things that you got to do, you got to be disciplined. And a lot of times our young people are not disciplined when they prepare themselves to go to college. So the one thing that you really focus on is being disciplined. Number two is you need to have good time management skills. So if you don't have good time management skills now, you need to begin to work on that. Matter of fact, that's what if you ask most colleges, they'll tell you most young people are not prepared for time management. Okay? Now we're going to go ask one of our young people to see what questions they have. Anybody in the audience have a question? I'm going to pick on somebody. All right, do you have a question you want to see? Would you ask the panelists a question for us? Yeah, I think, okay, that's fine. Let's see if I can find anybody else out here that may have a question. Oh, everybody's running from me. Nobody have a question? Just big, okay? Let me ask this young lady. You got a question for the panelists? Come on, you can do it. What would you like to know for the panelists about young people? What challenges do you think young people are having? You got a question for them, okay?
How did you guys prepare yourself to, learn time management?
So the question is, how did you learn time management? How did you learn time management? Or what did you do? What are the steps for time management? Or what did you do for time management? Yes. College or for school? Time management skills. What time management skills do you need to know for either high school or college? Time management. Yeah. Yes. Or what did you do? What did you do?
What's the lady name? Ma'am? What's your name again? Hey, Jamarcia, how you doing? All right. This is what I did to manage myself from a high school level to a college level. But first of all, I want you to have an understanding about who I am. because I came in a different pattern than you coming now. You got a lot more support, you have a lot more courage, you have a lot more understanding for where you want to go with life. With me, I was in high school, I was an athlete. I played football with Sterling Sharp, Shannon Sharp, Ryan McKay, all of them. And when we was playing Archie Robin football, I'll try to ask them how we gonna go to college. They went on scholarships. I didn't go on scholarship because I was from the low poverty area where I'm from. So I had to learn how to basically have patience. Patience will get you anywhere you want to go. But if you're very impatient, you will lose sight on your goals, your career, your inspirations, because you want it now. So first of all, I would say you have to learn patience. Patience brings time, time brings management. Management brings understanding about your moves or how you want to go to get where you want to go to college. Like for instance, if you go to college now and you're not ready for college, then you're going to be lost with all the other folks that's in college, just running around, walking the two walls, trying to figure out where my classes at. And you're still trying to get classes to bring you up to par to college. So what I'm saying to you today is this here. Take your time, know exactly where you want to be. First 2 years of college, you'll always be a mind flipper. So it really doesn't matter. But what does matter is you're gonna know yourself where you want to be in college by going through God. Because He's gonna give you that revelation of getting to where you need to be, because He got a game plan for you. You don't see the blueprint right now because you're still enjoying the youth side of life. But as you get older, your blueprint gonna come in more focused. So just put God in front of Him, ask Him for a revelation. He's gonna show you how to get there. Okay?
What was the name again, young lady? Jamarcy. Jamarcia. Everybody give Jamarcia a round of applause. It took a lot of courage to ask that question. We didn't have anybody ask a question. Matter of fact, Miss Jamarcia, we give you one of these books. Come on up here. I want to give you one of my books. It's called How to Make It in a World That Wasn't Made for You. I appreciate that leadership and that courage. It's not easy to stand up Saturday morning in front of a group and say, hey, I got a question. That time management thing that you're talking about is key. Time management is very, very key, but I think what's understood is that